Hi everyone. I wanted to send out a little video to everyone. I've been doing this in other groups for various things, and I thought that this was a good way to sort of bring everybody together around maybe a common practice, if it agrees with you. That's been serving me for a little while, with some new things that are sprinkled in that you may find helpful in your magical practice. So I want to say first that I always encourage practice, but I understand that we don't always do it every day or that we always have the time for it. I still encourage you to do at least 1 minute of practice. If that is 3 souls breathing, if that is banishing unhealthy energy and invoking healthy energy, and that is affirming your protection shield and running a shower of light, all which can be done within 1 to 2 minutes, that's perfect. That's great. If you're at a place where you're tending altars, or you're doing more advanced work, or you're integrating things from other classes, mine or others, I encourage that as well. I'd like to model that as I have long practices and short practices. In the long practices, I have ones that I do weekly, and then I have ones that I do daily, and the daily varies. So I might do a long practice once or twice a week that looks like 30 to 40 minutes because I have the time to do that. It might be shortened to 20 depending on my time. I then do a short practice every day that encapsulates that practice in a micro version, so I get the same amount of, or I tap into the same energy, if not the same amount of time, for the same effect. These have a cumulative or overtime effect, so as you do them, they gain sort of popularity within your own consciousness, and they become more natural things that you reach for in your practice versus something else that maybe is not as constructive. So right now we have lots of things going on in the world, and I find that having a steady practice is the thing that keeps me steady. Though I still feel what I feel and I still interact, I do it from a place where I am tapping into my more magical self, and so I feel acting with more agency in the world, and that's what I'd like to offer you today. So this is for book study students 1 and 2. This is for Wheel of Year students. This is even for Divine Will students and Light Body students. This is sort of for everybody, and I've integrated a few things here that touch upon the mechanics that serve me best and most. So feel free to pause the video if you need to. What we're going to do is a little bit of a meditative practice and a little bit of movement of energy with our consciousness and breath, and by gesture and word, create a more stable consciousness that's loving and powerful and present in the world right now. Find yourself in a meditative position that's most conducive for your body. I like to sit. Sometimes I lie down. I generally reserve lying down for deeper journeys in which I might go out of body. Although for me, because I've been doing this so long, I may go out of body anyways, no matter what I'm doing. It's to say that you want to find the best position for you and your body right now. I'm sitting. My hands are up in my lap like this, and my feet are flat on the floor. You may cross your legs. That may work for you, and I mean that in a lotus position or in a meditative position that we might draw from an Eastern perspective, if that's comfortable for you. This pose that I'm in is called the Egyptian pose in Western occultism, and I find it conducive to a lot of the technology that's built into magic. So being in this position, or whatever position that you are in, begin to focus on the alignment of the body and feel the body. Feel the top of the head, the eyes, the ears, the mouth, and just give yourself permission to close your eyes and relax the body. Give yourself permission as you relax the body to feel any place that you might be holding. What that feels like is tension or thickness or a tightness of muscles. Just allow yourself to roll your shoulders or move your head or use your breath or signal with your mind that you're going to relax that part of your body. And just go ahead and visualize or feel energy follows thoughts, energy follows intentions, that is relaxing the body. So relaxing the throat and the shoulders. And you may move. This is not about being in a rigid posture. This is not about doing it right. Feeling the arms, the elbows, the hands, the fingers, the breath, feeling the breath relax a little bit. And you deepen your breathing to a degree that's comfortable for you, so that you're taking a fuller breath into the body. Relaxing the belly. We hold a lot in the belly. It's not just for food and digestion, it's also a birthplace for a lot of what we feel. What we eat creates the chemical responses in our belly that change the way we feel. We acknowledge that this place is a powerful emotional place in our body and a loving and good place in our body. So relaxing the belly, relaxing the navel, relaxing the hips. Relaxing the hips, we relax the physical body more fully. We also relax the genitalia. We relax the creative parts of ourselves that are there. There's a lot in culture and society that's opinionated about that has nothing to do with us, and we just allow those things to go away. So that we relax our thighs and our knees that bend and carry us so many places. Our legs, ankles, feet, and toes, the things that support us. So that this part of our body also is relaxed, and that on a whole we are relaxed. Feeling the alignment of the body again, that is focusing on the center point that moves through you, imaginary or visualized, this line that follows the spine to the top of the head, the center of the mind and throat, the center of the chest and heart, the energetic heart, lungs on either side, the center of the hips and down into the earth. This pranic tube or energetic pathway is recognized by various people in different ways. It's in osteopathic practices, it's in massage practices, and it's in energy practices. This line through the center of us, that energy travels. Whatever energy centers that you imagine, use, or work with, just imagine those lining up on that energetic pathway so that they are in harmony in the way that's right for you there. That's the most healthiest for you, that's the most conducive for your well-being in your life, for your feel-good, for being present here. You belong here, and find the way that this lines up for you and the way that affirms that. In the center of the chest, we acknowledge the center there that some might call the heart center, and we focus on that's the light of self, that space, the light of the heart, the light of self. Take a breath in there, filling that center up with light, and exhale and allow that light to shine in the world. If you belong here, you also allowed to shine. Allowing the heart to shine as we breathe in again. And exhale. We breathe up, then from the world below. We breathe up from the mother, from the earth, from the heart of the consciousness that is our home. We imagine a light there as we breathe up. And it travels up that energetic pathway of our body into our heart, and we exhale it into the world. So we, that is you and I and the earth, shed light together into the world. And we breathe down. We imagine a point of light above us, the light of heavens, the light of creation there, the light of the stars. We breathe down that light, that higher light, into the heart center. And we together breathe that out and express it into the world. Take one breath in and allow those lights to breathe together, You may have trouble maybe focusing on one or the other. Just bring your attention back to the heart. And acknowledging that as you've made a connection to the above and the below and the lights there, the lights that shine on us, the lights that support us, the light in our heart, we're harmonizing passively, easily, gently in the heart center. Exhaling that light out into the world as we breathe that light into the heart, as it fills the pathway from the world above and the world below. It fills our spines, it fills our bodies, our cells. We glow with this heart light. Draw from the world above. We're going to imagine from that point of light above us that there is a sphere of light. That sphere of light is large enough to encompass the body, and it is round and good and whole. It has its own point of light, and it's radiating a large bubble, opalescent, luminescent, clear and bright. It descends, bringing with it waves of light as it does, waves of light that wash over the top of the head, that move through the skull, that move through our very air around us and our being. So that light descend that aligns with our alignment. Moving through the neck and shoulders, the chest, upper chest. Moving through the lungs as that center point of light from which this radiant sphere is broadcasting touches the top of our crown. Begins to descend, fully encompassing us. That point of light moves through the brow, through the center of the mind. That is the light of our higher self, the light of our starry self, the light of our true self. Outside of time and space, connected to that pure life energy. It centers on our heart. That is our heart light that breathes from the world above and below, and this light align perfectly. Two spheres or two circles or 2 points that perfectly, magnetically, electrically click into place, creating a large sphere around us, a sphere of light. The sphere of our radiance, of our consciousness, of our magic. A sphere within the sphere of the earth, within the sphere of the heavens, that's cycling through the universe. We affirm then, we breathe in our light into this sphere that is aligned with our heart, and as we exhale, above, below, between, it flows into this sphere and creates a very harmonious glow that is us. We affirm in that a harmonious glow of us that we banish all unhealthy energy from our bodies, from our beings, from our space. All unhealthy energy on every level banished out. And we draw from the light of the great above and the great below. We breathe it into our hearts and we invoke healthy, whole, healing, joyful energy. Exhale it into the sphere. It breathes through our skin, it breathes through our body. We inhale that light from above, below, and between, and we draw in whatever is conducive. Think of an affirmation, think of a beautiful thing, think of a good and healthy thing, and breathe that in. Breathe a light into that, into the heart. And exhale and allow it to fill the sphere, so it's not just contained within the heart, but it is in the glow of us in this world where we belong, where you are connected and aligned. And we feel in the visualization of that sphere, the edges of that sphere, 3 or 4 feet or more around us. Try to keep it within a 6 foot, a healthy space for us. Our glow may surpass that, but just finding an area or a place within there where that glow exists and allowing it to crystallize clearly and transparently like a quartz crystal, shining and glowing with that luminescent glow of the light above, below, and between. It becomes hardened and clear, creating a protective surface. That protective surface above us, below us, and all around us in every direction protects us from all harm on every level and reflects divine love, divine will, and divine wisdom back to the sources of unhealthiness or harm, so they will receive that light, the divine light, love, will, and wisdom. And the music has stopped, and that's okay. We're just still breathing in our hearts and feeling that glowing light. And we call our guides around us our spirit team, for they are more than guides, because we don't do that enough, and we could more, and so we do. We call them in more. We see that our guides, or we feel, even if we do not see them or know them precisely, are guides that are for our well-being, our highest good, our wholeness and happiness, are before us and behind us, are above us and below us, are to the left and to the right of us, holding the integrity of that field of light that is us, that protects us, that guides us, that holds us, that is us, that is our consciousness. And those guides connect with our hearts so that they are in that sphere of radiance as well. When we include the Goddess, God, and Great Spirit in that, and the Child of Light in that, we include the Great Goddess that is the Earth, that is the Dark Goddess, that is the Cosmic Goddess. We include the Great God that is the Virile God, the Horned God, the Deep God, the Cosmic God. We affirm that they are in dark and light in harmony, beauty, in the art, magic. They are guiding and protecting us. We affirm that we are all within the Great Spirit, the integrity of our shield, and our light, and our health and well-being, our joy and connection to all things. Guided and protected by our fields, guided with our guides. Set one intention for now. This is where I would start to begin to close the practice. You can do this, of course, much faster. Let it be holding this practice. I feel within my heart light. I feel within my body. I feel within my mind. One good or healthy or positive thing, one necessary or bright thing for you right now, which you may already have mentioned. And just acknowledge that it is held in the cosmos and the earth and the underworld. That is held above us by our guides there in the angelic realm, and below us by our guides there in the fairy and ancestral realms. And it's held within the elemental realm that we exist, in the realm of the heart. We breathe into our heart center and we feel our glow expand, maybe just around the heart, but brightening the field as we do, and exhale. We breathe in again and feel our glow of light brightening, becoming clearer, and exhale. We feel again as we breathe into our heart centers, that light becomes perfected. And exhale and feeling that intention glow, glow out, glow around, glow into the world. Center on your heart. Feel the alignment of your body. Feel the protection. Acknowledge the guidance. Your connection, that you belong. So that would be the long practice for you. That was 20 minutes, roughly 15-ish, if we include the talk, 20. That's a way to briefly do those things. You're free to jot them down. You're free to write them step by step as a method and use it, play with it, add in the parts, maybe do earth sky breathing, maybe do banishing and protection pentagrams, maybe do Reiki Gasho and symbols in that. Maybe if you're working on the divine will, drawing down the will to initiate, the will to harmonize, the will to manifest. What is it that you're doing in your other practices that you can incorporate into this basic method? And how could you use that? It's an offering to you. It's serving me, and it's expanding a lot of ways in my life, and I've used it to adopt other things into my practice. Today, I could be feeling a lot of things, and for a moment I was, and then I remember my practice and I came back to this. You could, from this, cast a circle around us, and that violet blue light protecting us in the world between, casting a circle above us, and that golden light flecked silver and white. Cast a circle below us, and that red ruby light flecked with black and white. That we're protected within the three worlds, that as we travel above, below, between, that we are guarded and we are guided and we are loved in power and wisdom, right? You could do a circle then. If you're on the Wheel of the Year, you could try calling in the elemental guardians or working with one of the animal spirits or an aspect of the goddess or god. If you're in one of the book studies or magical practices, you could take your journey now. It's an invitation. It's something to play with and to practice. This is on YouTube. It is a private link. It is for all my students everywhere. This and others like it are also on the Patreon, which is patreon.com/ScottKSmith. That's capital S COTT, capital K, capital SMITH. My name. You can find it there. This one's a free offering for you, for all of you in all of my classes, because I just feel like it helps for us to have common practices, or to be familiar at least with them, so that when we're together, we might be able to lean on these to increase the harmony, the magic, and the power in what we do. I hope this serves you well. I hope this finds you well. I love you. Thank you for all of your support. You have a wonderful day. Bye.